Hi, this is Liz, and welcome to the 17th day of WriYe. Before I start, don't forget to sign up in the I Have a Dream challenge that starts on Monday. You can find that in the challenge forums, and we hope to see you there. My progress is slow but steady. I have cracked 20,000 words for the month, which is nice for me, and I'm only a bit behind. I'm like about 1,500 words behind, so no big deal. I can catch up easily to that, and I'll be back on track, and everything will be happy. So that would be good. Um, and let's see what else. Planning for next month's novel is going well. Basically, if you've heard me, if you heard me in any of the chat rooms, or if you read my progress thread, you would know that for every month this year, I'm writing a novel and then planning a novel for the next month. So while the writing a novel right now is going slow, the planning a novel is basically on track. I'm doing world building at the moment. I have a good idea of who my characters are, and basically everything is going good. So yeah, that's nice. The novel for next month is a fantasy romance where it's just basically the bare bones of the plot are that somebody has to find a pure heart in order to save himself from not being killed by the evil king. It seems very a little bit Snow White-ish, but I'm not counting it as my breaking out of the box, which you can also find on the challenge threads. And I highly recommend it because it usually is a lot of fun finding out that you love a new genre that you've never written in before. So I'm not counting it as my breaking out of the box, which is a fairy tale retelling, but it will be fantasy romance, which will go with the theme of February and romance and blah 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 blah. Um, Another good thing right now is that I've started the genre stretch slash hint fic for the month. I'm combining them. I know a lot of other people are doing, one for each, but I like to combine things because it just makes my life easier. Um, so for that, I basically was kind of stuck on the idea of what the hell a fable is. And then I realized that, I know fables. I've read Aesop, even though it was, ages ago. So a simple Google, and I realized that I wanted to do a retelling of The Lion and the Mouse. Although mine is called The Dragon and the Princess, basically. Following along the same lines and taking inspiration from that, but also putting romance into the plot with the dragon falling in love with the princess, which does not happen in the original fable because the lion doesn't fall in love with the mouse. Um, so, yeah, so that's going smoothly, and to answer Erin's challenge of reading some of your writing from this year, I have I'll read you about 200 words of the genre stretch that I have going. The kingdom of the twinkling plants was known to be peaceful, and the people that lived a quiet life. Seasons were perfect, never too hot or too cold, never snowing too much or raining too much, giving just enough of what was needed to make the land lush and green. The reason behind this was not of the mages that lived in the major cities or the sorcerers that helped attend to the smaller ones. No, the reason for this paradise was the great dragon to the north, that kept watchful eye over his lands and the creatures in it. At first, it had just meant the animals, but in time, his decree spread to the people there as well. The dragon of the north had a name, even though it had passed from the common tongue of the people into the tomes of legend. He was known as Kindrath to his brethren, who wondered why the dragon kept the land instead of a hoard like normal dragons kept. But he was not interested in coins and gems or even books that some of the ones interested in paper. No, he liked his hoard to be as changing as the seasons itself. And that's basically the start of the dragon and the princess story, where we get the dragon, and then it just goes on. It'll be up in the Read Me Feed Me soon enough. Not sure when, but it'll be up there before the month is over. Alrighty. So, what else do I have down here? Because I usually write out what I'm going to say because otherwise I forget and then I ramble. As you know, I normally ramble. Okay, yeah. So I plan to have the rest of the challenges either up sometime this week. I might even read some of them next week in my vid, although don't count on it. So either look for a link to a Google Doc in my progress thread called Dreamers Hideaway, or they'll be posted in a thread in the Read Me Feed Me forum. Otherwise, happy Friday, and I will see everyone next week.